Alright guys, in this video we're going to be talking about Google Forms, survey forms that you can use to promote your opportunity and ask questions that people can easily connect with and do business with you. So we're going to be looking at what this form is all about. Okay, in the last video we talked about lead generation, which is all within the scope of Facebook, but this is a tool that is offered by Google, and you can use it to ask some questions and then connect better with your audience or your customer. All right, now you need to realize that people are so busy, and as a connector or as a business person or as a network marketer, you have a solution to give to the world. But how do you know who is a target distributor, who is a target customer, who is a target person that you need to reach out to? Okay, by asking the right questions, of course. Okay, now you need to understand that people may not have the time to attend your live event or check out what you have to offer because they don't care about you. They care about their needs. They are thinking benefits. And like I said in the Facebook video, that whenever they are paying for something, they are perceiving value, that what you are giving them is more than what they are giving you. So for you to be able to know what to give them and ask them questions and say things that will really make them want to fill out that form, you need to find out what they want by asking the right questions. Okay? Now, there are questions that may be on your mind right now. The first question could be, how do I ask direct questions that connect with my prospects so I can offer a solution to them? Another question would be, how do I get this form organized into a simple form that they can fill out easily from the comfort of their home? I think whenever it comes to Google Form, the major issue people have is, what questions do I ask? Okay? What questions do I ask? So we are going to be seeing some questions you can ask, and another way to find out more is by going through the copywriting video so that you see some questions that you can ask and how to find the questions using Google search. You can search out for what people are asking as related to the service you want to offer. Okay? Now, what questions do I ask my prospects? Let's say you are selling financial freedom, you're selling a cash flow system, or you're selling a sales funnel, you're selling a skincare product, you're selling anything at all. You have a product you feel people should know more about. Now, you need to realize that it's not just going to be about the product. You need to look at the opportunity, the solution that what you have to offer can give to them. Not just come in, sign up, and follow through. If you go through the copywriting video, we saw some bad copies where people are just asking you to sign up for something without telling you more, without telling you how you can benefit from them. That should not be you if you really want to generate results through Facebook advertising. Okay, now you can ask questions that relate to the solution that you have to offer. Questions like, do you want more money? You want a balanced lifestyle, or maybe more time with your kids or more time with your loved ones? Okay, and how to do this is to do a little research on who your prospects are using tools like Facebook search to figure out groups and people. If you go through the copywriting video, you saw how we used Google to do this, but you can still do that with Facebook search also. But I think the best way to go about that is using Google search. And when you do that, you will see questions people ask. But when you do that with Facebook, you would at least see the kind of persons that you have out there. Since this is a Facebook marketing course, you can look at people's profile by searching out a particular keyword. Financial freedom, more time with kids, need an alternative power supply, need healthcare services, need skincare services, want to take care of this, want to take care of that. And when you look at the profile of people who are already asking these questions, you can look at what their life looks like by looking at some of the posts they made and what their pain points are. You can send them a friend request, and then you can write down 3 to 4 questions that resonates to their pain point. And then you can now come up with a copy that relates to a question that they are going to answer. You can tell them, do you mind filling out so and so form? But before you do that, you have to resonate with them. Either starting with a story that you used to have this kind of problem, and then you got this life-changing opportunity, or you got this product, you came across this great gadget that can solve this problem. But for anybody to be part of this, they need to click the link below to fill out a survey form that you will use to get back to them. All right, and if you get your copywriting right, people will fill out your Google form. Okay, so the copy itself will drive people to this form. All right, then the question is, how do I ask this question? Now, Google Forms is a survey tool developed by Google to help you do just that. So this form is free. That's a good news. It's free. You don't really have to pay for this one. Unlike when you use Facebook lead ad, you have to pay for it to work. Okay, but this one you don't really have to pay for it to work, and you can create as many Google Forms as you want. Okay, for any group of prospects. If this has to do with your October, maybe you have a summer offer you want to offer to people, or maybe you have like a project for women, Amazon women, you have that. You have something like business future, you have that. You have something like skincare, okay, healthcare, fashion, and all of that. But what you are doing is you want to ask questions that will make people take that opportunity. All right, so now the question again could be, how do Google Forms work? Google Forms are used to make surveys. A survey is like, you want to find out if people are going to be interested in this so that you can offer it to them. And you can also use it to run quizzes or for event registrations. If you have a live event you want people to come for, you can boost that ad. And when people come in and they fill the Google form that you directed them through using your Facebook ad, they are going to come into the Google form, then they fill out the Google form. Okay, you can do a Facebook lead form where they fill the form on Facebook, or you do a survey ad whereby you write a copy, and when they read through the copy, they are moved to fill out the Google form. Okay, when they fill out the Google form, it's still the same thing, but this time around you have a steady form you can always go back to. All right, this works best for a lot of smartphone users. They prefer filling out Google Forms. Okay, now this form is web-based and can be shared with respondents by sending link, emailing a message, or embedding it into a web page or blog post. So even without boosting this survey ad using your Facebook advertising, you can still share this form. Unlike the Facebook lead form, once you do it, if you don't pay Facebook, it stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. So if you want people to fill out this form and you don't really have the money to run Facebook ads, you can go with Google Form and share it out to people, share it out to friends using WhatsApp and other ways you can do that. More on that. Okay, you can share it out to people, and the data that is gathered from this particular Google Form is stored on Google Sheets, a spreadsheet app that Google developed. You can go to it and you see the details of people that filled out your form. And Google Form is a great way for building a credible mailing list that you can always sell to people. You have a ready asset called a mailing list that each time you have a new thing you want to dish out to people, you can always go to it. I have a mailing list that I can sell to people. I can sell things to people using that mailing list. Okay, for email marketing people, when you do this, you have emails that you can always reach out to. All right, so we're going to dive into practical, and there are just some basic things that you need to know on how to do this. And in the next video, we're going to be looking at some of these things, and we'll be doing that more in practical than in words and in talk. You're going to get this ebook because it has a little guide on how you can do this, and it explains each step that we're going to be taking in this project. Okay, there are just few things that you need to know. Okay, so I'm just going to get down into the practical so that you will be able to do all of this in simple way. Okay, so see you in the next video.